What's going on, guys? We're back yet again, and we're going to be doing another Daredevil Born Again episode review. So, we're going to be going in episode 3. Now, again, this episode was kind of interesting because I feel like, again, if you are um, a Marvel fan, like I am. And again, if you're not used to the Daredevil of Netflix, again, because again, this was more heavily focused on this episode was more focused on the trial of Hector, aka White Tiger. Again, he is in the process of his trial. Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, and along with his colleague, are trying to get him released from prison from being framed. Now, again, what we see in this episode during the entirety of this episode is where he is trying to figure out ways, and they have this witness that again was a CI for or this informant that was a drug user and whatever, and the cops would beat on him, and they were able to protect him, but they were able to get him in the courtroom, and he bombed. He wasn't able to do anything for Matt in the defense, so Matt had to pull something out of his hat and reveal that Hector was the White Tiger, and that really not only made the judge angry, but he also was able to show to the public that this guy he's defending is the White Tiger, and hopefully that would work out in his favor. Which, in ways, it did. He was able to bring up different things, the people that he saved, that he's helped law enforcement, that he's helped civilians, and it actually did help his case. It actually did. And by the end of the trial, he was actually able to get you know, acquitted. They won the trial. He won all three. He was not guilty of all three charges that was put on him because of these cops that, unfortunately they've been wearing the mark of the Punisher. And unfortunately, with the way this episode ended, which was kind of crazy, was, of course, White Tiger is about ready to go on patrol, and the actor that played him, he did pass away last year, and they were it was going to be in memory of, because again that was the last episode, and I guess, and that's just the way that they did it for his character, to try to give, I would say, more drama to the show. And someone shot him in the head and then walks off, and we see the Punisher emblem on a vest. So again, I guess it's making us think that, oh, it's Frank Castle, which again, I really don't think it's Frank Castle. I think it's someone else that is trying to frame him or use his so-called for what the Punisher does, and trying to emulate it into their own ways to do justice. And what we also see in this episode is Wilson Fisk and Vanessa trying to handle not only the criminal underworld, because the gangs are wanting to go back and forth with each other, because they're getting tired of wanting to listen not only to each other but to Vanessa, and they're wanting to listen to Fisk because he's running things. But Fisk is trying to keep clean, and they don't like that. And they're even, one of them even said, if Fisk wants something to say to me, he needs to say it himself, not his errand boy. And again, if something like that happens, what's Fisk going to do? He's going to get angry, and he may do something. But as of right now, he is more focused on no vigilantes, which does get shown in the comics at some point, from what I've seen, what I've heard. Which again, it does seem like that they're going to be leading up to it. But the one thing that really I don't want to say it's irritating, but it's more crazy, because it's like, okay, we keep bringing this up. What exactly is the point of this? Because other than seeing, we still got vigilantes, because Daredevil is still around, but he's not. Matt Murdock is not being Daredevil right now. We know we're going to see Frank Castle at some point, aka Punisher. We just don't know where he is. We know Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, is out there somewhere. So again, they're going to be on the news, or they're going to be talked about, and all these other kind of things. And the one thing they keep bringing up, the BB network or whatever, by this one girl that keeps wanting to interview Fisk, and he finally does. And I just don't see the point of all that. I just really don't. When they're trying to interview the natives of New York, I just don't see the point of why they keep showing that. I could really care less, because again, I feel like it's more of like a PR campaign. I feel like it's more of a PR campaign of, rather than them trying to shoot a show, because it should actually be about these characters, not about random people on the street. Because again, even though, yeah, they're characters, but at the same time, it's like, look, we're not in a PR campaign. Wilson already won the election. He's already won that, and I don't care about what these citizens are thinking. It's more about, if Matt ran into a citizen or Fisk did, and that's different. That's going to be part of the story. But this right here is not really part of the story. It's just showing some random character that really has no meaning into doing something, and just putting just a background character just getting too much shine when it should be on the other characters. That's just my opinion. But I thought this episode was interesting. I feel like, once again, if you're into law, you may enjoy this show, or not show, but this episode. Again, I've been saying this for a long time. Charlie Cox to me is Daredevil. He was this man. He does such a great job with this role. He emulates Matt Murdock, and he emulates Daredevil. Like, I think my favorite scene in this episode was when Matt was in the bathroom and he knew someone walked in, and he was playing stupid because he knows not to give away that he can, see and hear really good. Well, he can't see, but again, if you guys seen Daredevil, you know what I'm talking about. But then he hears it's a dirty cop, so that's when he starts playing stupid. And then he's like, oh, well, how do people feel if a blind lawyer could really fight? And he just kind of looks at him, and he's not scared, because it's like, dude, you just got your ass kicked by this guy. You know that. You just got your ass kicked. And so did your buddies. So do you really think you can take this man on? And who are they going to believe? It's like, again, Matt Murdock is, from what everyone knows, is a very blind, talented lawyer. And you have a police officer that beats up on him. Whose side do you think the public's going to take? And that's what Matt's playing at, and that's really good, because that just shows how damn good of a lawyer he is, and also how he can also be very strategic as well. But at the same time, we all know he can whoop the living hell out of him with all these crooked cops. So I think they're going to really go deep into the underbelly of not only the police department, but what Fisk is trying to do, and we will be seeing, I think, Daredevil come back very soon, especially with Frank Castle, because I think, once again, that the police force, and among others, are trying to misuse what the Punisher stands for, and we're going to be seeing that very soon. So again, what you guys think of this episode? I did enjoy it. I'm enjoying Daredevil Born Again so far, regardless of what anyone says. Go watch it, have your own opinion. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments, and I'll see you as always on the next one.